And good afternoon to you. Welcome to junior high softball action on Central Illinois Sports live this afternoon from Barry, Illinois, as the Western Wildcats play host to the Pikeland Lady Braves. Good afternoon to you. I'm Charlie Hill. John's alongside as well. It's the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. We're glad to be bringing you junior high softball action on a warm afternoon from Barry. We'll set the stage for this contest between the Wildcats and the Lady Braves after this time out on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show.
Wish you had extra cash for a vacation, a boat, a new car, projects around the house? Free up more cash for the things you want by taking advantage of low interest rates. Refinance your home with Great Rivers Bank and keep more of your money by lowering your monthly payment. Start the process online at greatriversbank.bank and work with one of our experienced loan officers to get the lowest rate possible. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Since 1962, Logan Ag has provided customers with quality products, competitive prices, and...
But what about the new locations, Grampy?
What new location?
Well, boys, Logan Ag now has locations in Winchester, Illinois, and in LaBelle, Missouri.
So now there are 4?
I'll be 4 this year.
Logan Ag, serving customers in Griggsville and Winchester, Illinois, Paris, and LaBelle, Missouri.
Our vision for agriculture is 2020.
You can plan for most things in your life, but being sick isn't one of them. That's why Illini Express has expanded hours so your family can get the care you require. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, Illini Express can see patients 18 months and older, no appointment necessary. When you can't wait to feel better, Illini Express is here for you. Located on the square in Pittsfield. Learn more at IlliniHospital.org.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show presented by Loan Officer Damon Emmerich. Damon Emmerich is here for all of your loan needs, whether it be for a new home, a business, maybe some agricultural ground. Interest rates are, well, as low as they may ever be. Contact your friends at Great Rivers Bank and Damon Emmerich at 285-4404. The PCS Lady Braves are the visiting team this afternoon, and we'll take a look at their lineup first of all here. Glad you're with us on Central Illinois Sports. Leading off and playing center field is Kelsey Friesmeyer. Batting second, the first baseman, Presley Brown. Grace Henry is the catcher. She bats third, followed by Taylor Peebles at third base. Batting in the number 5 spot today is Tori Stambaugh. She's the second baseman. Emma Henry will pitch and bat sixth. Batting seventh, the shortstop, McKinley Walston. The number 8 hitter is Kinley Gerard. She'll play right field. And batting ninth is the designated hitter, Erin Rivera. She bats for the left fielder, Molly Daniels. For the Western Lady Wildcats junior high squad, leading off and playing left field is Allison Woods. Batting second, the second baseman, Lauren White. The number 3 hitter is the third baseman, Bree Wombles. In the cleanup spot, Rachel McMullen. She will be the catcher. Brooklyn Stolte is today's pitcher for the Lady Wildcats. She bats fifth. Batting sixth and playing shortstop, Emma Dixon. In the 7th spot is the center fielder, Daly Coltis. The number 8 hitter is Josie Moyer. She'll play right field. And batting ninth is the first baseman, Laney Wood. Well, a warm afternoon, a slight breeze here blowing at the field here at Western High School. Glad you joined us. John's alongside as well. If you're looking for a PCS baseball action, well, no broadcast there today as they're playing at Carrollton St. John. We'll also have action for you tomorrow for Meridosha, as the Lady Braves will be in action there. And then Saturday morning, a doubleheader as the PCS baseball team will play host to Quincy Junior High. We'll have the first pitch of this afternoon's action between the Pikeland Lady Braves and the Western Lady Wildcats on Central Illinois Sports after this.
Local facilities, then deliver it to your farm or fields. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Geared Up is your local source for custom apparel and awards. Geared Up offers a wide variety of apparel options, including embroidery, t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos. We do it all. Ask us how we can help you raise funds for your local school or organization. Find us online at www.wegearyouup.com or call 217-473-6290. That's 473-6290 for Geared Up custom apparel and awards.
FS. You can be confident you are maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Welcome back. Thanks to Great Rivers Bank and loan officer Damon Emmerich for being our pregame sponsor here on Central Illinois Sports. Banking has never been easier than it is right now with the online loan application and all the online banking options that Great Rivers Bank has to offer. Visit greatriversbank.bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Well, a beautiful afternoon for softball action. The pitcher for the Western Lady Wildcats, Brooklyn Stolte, finishing up her warm-up tosses here. And she'll face Kelsey Friesmeyer, Presley Brown, and Grace Henry for the Lady Braves. Again, for the Lady Wildcats, at first base today is Lainey Wood. The second baseman's Lauren White. Bree Wombles is at third, and Emma Dixon plays shortstop. Allison Woods is in left. Daly Coltis in center, and the right fielder is Josie Moyer. Rachel McMullen is the catcher, and today's pitcher is Brooklyn Stolte. Our first pitch brought to you by Trash Queen, offering affordable residential trash service and roll-off dumpsters to Pike, Scott, Morgan, and the surrounding area. Call to learn more at 217-320-4320. Leading off the contest for the Lady Braves of Pikeland Community School is the center fielder, Kelsey Friesmeyer. Friesmeyer will dig in from the right side. The third baseman, Wombles, plays about 4 or 5 steps in front of the bag, as does Wood over at first, and the first pitch hits her in the backside, and she'll head down to first with the hit by pitch.
Kind of right on the tailbone there, it looked like, Charlie. Looked uncomfortable.
So Friesmeyer trots to first. They'll take a look at her to make sure she's okay. She says, I'm good to go, and that will bring to the plate Presley Brown, the first baseman. Brown bats with a runner aboard at first base and nobody out in the top of the first inning. The first from Stolte. Brown squares the bunt, pops it up. It's caught on a diving play by the catcher, McMullen. They could throw to first to double up Friesmeyer, but not aware that she was that far off the bag. She was nearly to second. Could have been a double play as it is. It's a pop out to the catcher for the first out of the inning.
Friesmeyer didn't realize that the ball had been caught there. She was off. And
a fantastic play by Rachel McMullen on the diving catch on the failed bunt attempt. The first pitch is inside and low now to Grace Henry. Henry will be the catcher on the defensive side for the Lady Braves. She bats with a runner at first and 1 out now. And PCS fortunate not to have been doubled up there a moment ago. The next is a off-speed delivery high, and the count moves to 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 the count on the batter, Grace Henry. They're deep in the outfield. The next, inside and low, 3-0 now, with Taylor Peebles waiting on deck. Stolte back on the rubber now in the middle of the circle. Stares in, gets the sign she likes, and delivers the 3-0 pitch. It's inside, ball 4, and a 4-pitch walk to Grace Henry.
the last pitch behind Henry, was it not, Charlie?
I think it was just at the knees inside. And that will bring to the plate the third baseman, Taylor Peebles. Peebles, a right-handed batter, runners at first and second. Friesmeyer there via the hit by pitch. The walk to Henry and the first to Peebles is swung on a miss as Stolte got that one past her for strike 1. A single out, that was the pop-up on the bunt attempt by Presley Brown. A good play by the catcher McMullen. The next is a off-speed pitch way high. And the count moves even to 1-1. The Lady Wildcats in the black uniforms with the white and red lettering on the front. On their home field this afternoon, the next nearly hits Peebles. It's behind her, and the count now 2-1. And Stolte trying to find the grip on the ball here in the early going. 2-1 the count. Stolte takes her time. Now she's back in the middle of the circle, ready to go. And the pitch inside, chopped right in front of the plate. It is picked up foul by the catcher McMullen, and the count is 2-2.
That ball tried really hard to stay fair. So it hopped into the line and rolled there, and then rolled foul out at the end. But
I think Peebles would have been safe at first had that ball stayed fair.
I think she would have too. I'm not sure the catcher had any chance at anything other than hoping that it went foul.
She had a good break out of the box. 2-2 the count. The pitch from Stolte. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Infield fly rule should be in play. The runners retreat to their respective bases, and the second out of the inning is recorded on a pop out to the shortstop.
Home plate umpire called that infield fly that time.
So now 2 away with runners at first and second, and the batter is Tori Stombaugh, the second baseman. She bats here, trying to put the Lady Braves on the board, and Stolte trying to work out of an early jam. The first inside corner, strike one. Stombaugh plays second base. Where's the number 2 and sees this pitch. Over but low, and it's 1-1. 1-1 the count. Trying to extend the inning, score Friesmeyer out from second base, who's got good speed. The next from Brooklyn Stolte. Inside just off the plate, and that's 2 balls and a strike. Emma Henry would be next. If Stombaugh can find a way to get on base here. 2-1 the count. Stolte stares in for the sign, gets the one she likes from McMullen. Again, missing inside, and it's 3-1.
Almost wonder if she needs to move over on the rubber a little bit, Charlie. She kind of sets up on the what would be the inside side of the pitching rubber.
And she's been missing inside, as she does there, on a ball that's in the dirt. Ball 4, and a base on balls, the second of the inning, and that will bring to the plate Emma Henry. Henry will be the pitcher for the Lady Braves today. She bats with the bases loaded and 2 outs. They are deep in center field. As a center fielder, Coltis. She's only about 7 steps in front of the fence. As is the left fielder, Woods. The first to Henry. Swung on a miss, strike one.
Right fielder's shallow, though.
I don't know if she's shallow. I think she's more like regular depth. I think the other two are just extremely deep. 0-1 on the count on Emma Henry. Back in from the right side. The pitch is low. McMullen keeps it in front. The count 1-1.
Cardinals and Pirates are tied at 1 in the 8th inning.
Ooh, extra inning to the old 7-inning affairs, eh? 1-1 the count on Emma Henry. The pitch swung on, a hot shot between third and short. 1 run in. Here comes Grace Henry. The ball bobbled by the left fielder. She then misses the cutoff, and the runner will move from first to second on a 2 RBI single by Emma Henry.
Ball kind of hopped at the left fielder that time and had trouble handling it.
So 2 RBIs.
Nearly hit the umpire coming back in, too.
Yes, it did.
It would have probably allowed another run to score.
Now McKinley Walston bats with runners in scoring position, and she takes the first pitch from Stolte for strike one. That was a hard hit ball by Emma Henry. No chance for anybody to get a glove on that one. 2-0 the lead for Pikeland in the early going. The next to Walston, swung on a miss on an off-speed pitch that was high in the zone, and she finds herself behind in the count 0-2. Stolte not wasting any time. She's ready to go. Toes the rubber. Walston's back in. The pitch is high and tight. 1-2. Walston is the shortstop today for the Lady Braves. Bats from the right side. With a couple of runners in scoring position, she'd like to knock them in here. The pitch swung on, popped up right back at us. John right behind us, and foul. Ooh, flat spot on that softball now. Still 1-2. At the old concrete terrace here at Western.
Jack and I were talking about the other day, why is the softball green? He said, well, it's easier to see. I said, then why is the baseball not green?
That's a good question. The next. Swung on, fouled back. Another good pitch and a good job by Walston to spoil it. Count still 1-2.
If you're going to tell us the softball is green because of safety.
A lot of things are done in the name of safety, John. They don't necessarily have to make sense.
Okay.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Stolte nods her head in agreement with the catcher. Signed the pitch. High, gets past the catcher. Ball bounces hard off the wall right back to the catcher, McMullen. Runners stay put, and the count's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count on McKinley Walston. She's back in from the right side, and the 2-2 offering from Stolte. Swung on. It's a line drive out toward the left fielder. She comes in, goes back over her head. It'll be extra bases. One run is in. Here comes another. Walston going to try to stretch it into a triple. It's going to be a play at third, and in safe as the throw gets by the third baseman on a 2 RBI triple by McKinley Walston.
Walston may have been able to score there as the ball hit the wall and came all the way around to the first base on deck circle. So
2 RBI triple, and Kinley Gerard will bat now in a 4-0 game on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Trash Queen for all of your residential and commercial trash pickup needs, 320-4320. Kinley Gerard, the right fielder, is the batter now. She bats with a runner at third and 2 outs, and the first pitch is inside, nearly hit her, ball 1. So Friesmeyer started out the game with a hit by pitch. There's also been a couple of walks handed out, and then back-to-back hits by Emma Henry and McKinley Walston to drive in those runs. Here's a pitch that's low, bounces off the plate, gets by the catcher, but Walston stays put, and the count is 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, the count on Kinley Gerard. Brooklyn Stolte trying to strand that runner at third. The pitch swung on a miss by Gerard as Stolte blew it by her that time, and it's 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. The next from Stolte. Inside, just off the plate, and it's 3-1. That one didn't miss by much. Erin Rivera would be the next hitter. She's the designated hitter. I think in softball referred to as the designated player.
I believe you're correct.
Possibly. And the pitch, low, gets by the catcher. Here comes Walston. She will score on the wild pitch on ball 4 to Gerard. And that will make it 5-0. Pikeland.
When did hitter become a term that was referring to a male, Charlie?
Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. Erin Rivera going to dig in now from the left side. She's the designated player. First lefty of the day, I do believe.
I think you're right.
And she bats with 2 outs and a runner at first base in Kinley Gerard. And the first to Erin Rivera from Brooklyn Stolte is a ball that's a single between third and second. And Rivera will help turn the lineup over on a 2-out single. So that puts runners at first and second and brings to the plate the leadoff hitter, Kelsey Friesmeyer.
Rivera did a nice job of just taking that ball where it was and sending it back where it came from.
Friesmeyer was hit by a pitch, eventually came around to score on the hit by Henry earlier in the inning. 5-0 the lead for the Lady Braves, and the first pitch is over below, ball 1. That's as many pitches as Friesmeyer saw in her initial at bat as she was hit with the first pitch of the game. Stolte trying to work through a little bit of a control issue, and then when she's gotten the ball in the zone, they've hit her hard. Here's a hot shot toward the third baseman, bobbles it. There will be no play, and that will go down as an E5. Wombles was playing in, and that was a hard hit ball, but she comes up with that. I think she could throw out Friesmeyer. That puts runners on every bag and brings to the plate Presley Brown. Brown attempted to bunt in her only at bat so far. She popped out to the catcher. Now she bats with the bases loaded and 2 outs at a 5-0 game. Presley Brown, the first. Low in the dirt, good block by McMullen. It's a hot afternoon, and long innings like this on the defensive side make it feel even hotter.
Especially for a young lady like the catcher there. All geared up.
The next, high to Brown, and it's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, the count on Presley Brown. She's playing first base on the defensive side. Holds the bat just choked up a tad on the handle and takes this one high for a ball, and it's 3-0. Stolte has walked 2 so far today. Also has hit a batter. Caught 3 walks, I should say. And the next is base on balls. That will plate a run as Kinley Gerard will trot across the plate and make it a 6-0 score in the top of the first, and bring to the plate Grace Henry. Henry walked on her only a bat, eventually came around to score. Bats with the bases juice. She's the 3-hitter. They play her deep in the outfield. Third baseman Womble still plays in front of the bag, as does the first baseman Wood. The first pitch is high for ball 1. You'd think at this point, probably with not much of a threat of a bunt in Henry. You would see the corners maybe play back at least even with the bag. Possibly. The next. Also high, and it's 2-0, and now Stolte having a little trouble with control.
It's a long inning for a pitcher, too, though, Charlie, as you talked about long innings for those defenders. A lot of pitches for her.
Yes. This one is inside and low.
And I know they'll tell you, you know, everything about it being a natural motion and all that, but it is a natural motion. Your arm hangs down, but you still get tired if you're standing out there in the heat, throwing pitch after pitch.
3-0 count with the bases loaded in the pitch. Swung on, it's a fly ball. It'll get out of play, foul to the left field line. Well, Grace Henry goes to the school of Fernando Tatis Jr. on the 3-0 pitch, huh?
With the bases loaded.
Hey, you can't hit a grand slam unless you swing the bat with the bases loaded.
Wait, oh, it's only 6-0 though.
Yes. The 3-1 pitch. Swung on. It's a hard ground ball toward the shortstop. Gloves in, throws across for the third out of the inning. It was hit on the nose, but Dixon makes the play. The play goes 6-3 as Wood is able to squeeze it at first base. The Lady Braves score 6 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 error, and the bases were left loaded. We head to the bottom of the first inning. It's the PCS Lady Braves leading the Lady Wildcats of Western 6-0.
Cascom offers fiber optic services to your business needs with a local 24/7 support. Whether you are a small or large-sized business, Cascom has the correct level of broadband and services you need to help grow and be successful. There will be no time for downtime when you are trying to be reliable for your business. Upgrade business needs today and call Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
Camp Point Central Sports are proud to have Dear Western Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dear Western Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dear Western Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Western Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwesterngrain.com.
Bottom of the first inning, and the Lady Wildcats of Western will come to the plate with Allison Woods, Lauren White, and Bree Wombles. Kicking things off for the Western squad, they find themselves in a 6-0 hole, but a lot of games still left. For the Pikeland Lady Braves defensively, Presley Brown is at first, Tori Stambaugh is at second, the third baseman's Taylor Peebles, and McKinley Walston is at short. Out in left field is Molly Daniels, the center fielder is Kelsey Friesmeyer, and Kinley Gerard is in right. Bowlers Universe with daily lunch specials for you. Today is Thursday, and that means buy one, get one wings and appetizers at Bowlers Universe. Leagues start Labor Day. There's several openings for teams to join in, and all the action there. Call 217-285-6913 for more information or to sign up your team today. 6-0 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. The Pikeland Lady Braves with the advantage, and Allison Woods will start things off for this Lady Wildcats squad. Woods is the left fielder. Where's the number 1? Bats from the right side. Corners are in to play against the bunt. And the first pitch from Emma Henry is low. Blocked by the catcher, ball 1. Squaring to bunt that time was Woods, and the third baseman Peebles came in charging hard. She's about halfway down the line at third base. Better have good reactions there. Reflexes. The next, it's a bunt. Hard to the third baseman. She'll field and throw. The first baseman, Brown, drops the ball, and that'll be an E3. It was a good throw right into her mitt. Brown unable to squeeze it, and Allison Woods is on first via the error. That will bring to the plate Lauren White, the second baseman. Runner at first, nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. Would White want to bunt as well? She swears. The pitch is offered at. The runners take second on the steal. And a good jump by Allison Woods. She takes second. The pitch was a strike, 0-1. Peebles made a good play on that bunt. Just
really nice play.
Yep.
And she would, the only chance you've got to get that out is if you're playing that shallow. But
yep. Brown, I think, maybe just stretched a little too early. Here's another square to bunt. It's inside for a ball. And the count is 1-1. Woods has some good speed out at second base. She's looking to make some things happen. Swung on a miss. And, ooh, they called that second pitch a strike, evidently, so that's strike 3. Nearly hit her. 1 out, and that'll bring Bree Wombles to the plate. I must have missed that, John.
Womble's a tall young lady.
She is. She sends the first one foul toward the parking lot, out of play. Strike 1.
Nearly hit the people in the golf cart up there, Charlie.
We're definitely living in the time of the golf cart, aren't we? A lot of folks with those around the county. 0-1 the count on Bree Womble. She's playing third. Runner at second base. 1 out, and this pitch is low. Good pick out of the dirt by Grace Henry, and the count's 1-1.
Glad we didn't drive the golf cart from Pittsfield today, Charlie. It'd have been a long and breezy trip.
We'd had left earlier.
Yeah.
Hey, good thing you mentioned the Cardinals were tied. Now they're losing. Jinx.
Sorry.
The next from Henry. It's low, and it gets past the catcher this time on the wild pitch, and up to third is the speedy Allison Woods. So that's a wild pitch. The count's 2-1, and Emma Henry having a little trouble getting grip on the softball right now. Runner just 60 feet away, and Womble's looking to drive her in here. The next, low, 3-1. They are straight away in the outfield. Third baseman Peeble still is about 10 feet in front of the bag at third. Brown about 5 in front of the base at first. The pitch is inside and low, ball 4. And Bree Wombles takes first with the base on balls. That puts runners at the corners, and the catcher, Rachel McMullen, will come to the plate. McMullen did a nice job in the top of the first inning, what was a long inning. Kept several balls from going to the backstop and holding runners at the base. She's now trying to put the Lady Wildcats on the board for the first time today, and that pitch is a ball low. 1-0. Taking second base is Bree Wombles on the stolen base. So 2 runners in scoring position for McMullen. McMullen, McMullen. The next from Henry. Strike on the outside corner, and it's 1-1.
She really throws the ball with some zip, doesn't she, Charlie?
She does, but having trouble locating so far.
Yep.
When she's in the zone, she's tough to hit. 1-1 the count. Henry gets the sign she likes, and it's a ground ball right back to her. She bobbles it, and everybody's going to be safe. Second error of the inning. This time it's on the pitcher, Emma Henry. That scores a run to make it 6-1. Moves Wombles to third. McMullen is on first, and Brooklyn Stolte trying to help out her own cause now. 6-1 on the Trash Queen scoreboard, and what, right now could be a very high scoring afternoon. So Brooklyn Stolte, she said, hey, I know what this feels like. It was a long inning for me out there. Let's see if we can make it a little longer with a base knock. The first pitch is belt high on the fastball for strike 1. Trotting into second without a throw is Rachel McMullen. So again, runners at second and third with 1 out.
McMullen really took her time going from first to second, didn't she?
Yes, she did. Here's a swing and a miss. Stolte was behind that one, and she's fallen behind 0-2. As everybody gets a little older, that doesn't become just a conceded base anymore. But it's a very quick game, this softball game. Here's a ball fouled hard. And
it missed everybody's cars. I don't know how.
It's 0-2, though. Throw a new ball into play here. No balls, 2 strikes, the count. 6-1 the score. Western has 2 runners in scoring position, trying to cut the lead down even more. Brooklyn Stolte back in from the right side and sees this pitch from Emma Henry. Swung up, pop foul again. And we'll do it again at 0-2. Ooh, ball took a hop off the old retaining wall and headed towards the parking lot. Tell you what, the thing about this field, no matter which way you hit it, it's going to roll out of play. A lot of hill. Now Grace Henry goes out and talks to Emma Henry. Let's make sure they can get on the same page out there. The count is no balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch to Stolte from Henry on its way. Low, 1-2.
Oh, the Cardinals are losing by a lot, Charlie.
Had to bring it up,
4-1.
didn't you?
Sorry.
The pitch, it's chopped toward the first baseman Brown. That is a foul ball. She touched it foul. And it's still 1-2, and Brooklyn Stolte having a good along at bat here after falling behind 0-2. She's fouled off several. Looking for something to drive with runners at second and third and just 1 out. Stolte sees the next. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Henry got a little extra something on that one, it appeared. Her second strikeout of the game, and Emma Dixon will come to the plate, the shortstop for the Lady Wildcats. Runners at second and third and 2 away. Dixon in for the first time today. 2 big runs out there on the base pass for Western. The first, she's behind the pitch, swung on a miss, 0-1. Anything else you'd like to jinx, John? Say something like, hey, the stock market was up today. Anything? I didn't think so. 0-1.
Was the stock market up today?
Nope. No, it's not. The next. 1-1. It's low.
The stock market fell 7,000 points today due to John Hull talking about it.
Have I ever told you you're bad luck? They are deep now on the outfield, especially in center. The next swung on a miss, and Dixon's behind the pitch by a fair amount on both swings she's taken, and the count is 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. If you're Emma Henry, you'd think probably to stick with the fastball here. The next swung on. It's a little blooper out into right field. It's going to drop for a base hit, then past the right fielder. 1 run in. Here comes another. On her way to second is Dixon. She takes the turn, headed for third, and she'll be in there with a 2 RBI single, and then moves up all the way to third on the error, and it's 6-3. So Dixon with the 2 RBI hit. I think both runs were going to score either way. Then she moves all the way to third on the E9.
Really felt like the right fielder maybe had a chance at that one, Charlie, but she tried to make sure it didn't get by her, and it still hopped on by.
And the first pitch to the batter, Daly Coltis, is a strike called. 0-1. 6-3 the score now on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Lady Braves at the lead. Lady Wildcats trying to cut it closer with another run just 60 feet away, and this pitch is on the inside corner to Coltis, and it's 0-2.
Coltis with that nice bright pink helmet, Charlie. That'll be easy for you to remember.
She bats from the right side and sees this 0-2 pitch. Swung on a miss, and Henry strikes out the side, but surrenders. 3 runs in the inning. There were 3 errors committed by the Lady Braves, and after 1 inning of junior high softball action, it's Pittsfield 6, Western 3.
The team at Pike County Real Estate specializes in residential homes, commercial properties, tillable, and hunting land in west central Illinois and northeastern Missouri. We treat our clients with the utmost respect and do our very best to connect buyers and sellers together to best suit the needs of our customers. See our current properties at www.pikecorealestate.com or call us at 217-285-5800 for Pike County Real Estate. Welcome to the city of Pittsfield, a great place to call home or a great place to visit as a home away from home. Visit the beautiful downtown area with the Pike County Courthouse and many businesses and restaurants to enjoy. Then check out the Pittsfield City Lake, a great place for boating, fishing, and camping. And new to the lake this year, a disc golf course. Learn more about all that the city of Pittsfield has to offer by visiting their website, pittsfieldil.org. The city of Pittsfield and Mayor John Hayden wish the Sockies good luck this season.
We welcome you back on Central Illinois Sports, headed to the second inning, and it is a 6-3 advantage for the Pikeland Lady Braves over the Western Lady Wildcats in junior high softball action. In the inning, For PCS, it'll be Peebles, Stanball, and Emma Henry to face the pitcher Brooklyn Stolte for Western. So both teams played in some runs in the first, and both pitchers will look to settle in a little bit, and the offenses will look to stay hot. The Pike County Express is your local family-owned newspaper serving Pike County since 1991. Check them out each Wednesday on a newsstand near you. Had the fall sports special in the Pike County Express this week. You want to check that out for sure. Here is Taylor Peebles. She popped out to the shortstop in her only at bat, and she takes the first pitch from Stolte, ball 1.
This year they'll get to have a summer sports special, Charlie.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
And the next from Stolte, swung on it. It's down the right field line, foul. 1-1. Peebles is playing third base this afternoon. She popped out on what was an infield fly with runners at first and second in the first inning. Leads things off here in the second in a 6-3 ball game. Corners play in front of the bag. They're even up the middle, and the next to Peebles. Inside for a ball, and it's 2-1. Neither pitcher really getting that inside call much this afternoon. 2-1 the count. Stolte gets the sign, winds and deals way high, and it's 3-1. This is where she ran into some trouble in the first. She walked 4 batters and also hit a batter in surrendering 6 runs. Stolte's next to Peebles. Ball 4. Just high, and Peebles is aboard for the first time on the afternoon. So the 5th walk of the day, and Tori Stanball will come to the plate. She walked in her only at bat, came around to score. Runner at first. Nobody out. The first to Stanball is taken low and inside for ball 1. I think maybe we'd see a bunt here possibly. Let's see, the corners are in to guard against it. This one hits Stanball. That's the second hit batsman of the day.
She was not squaring to bunt there.
I think she wasn't. It was way inside as it was. So that will put a runner at first and second and bring to the plate Emma Henry, who had a 2 RBI single in her first at bat. She bats with runners at first and second, nobody out. Top of the second inning, the first pitch swung on a miss for strike 1. 0-1. Henry showing she's not afraid to swing the bat. The next from Stolte, high, ball 1-1 and 1 now. Henry digs back in from the right side. McMullen is ready at the catcher spot, so Stolte is the pitcher, and the pitch is popped foul right back towards some of the fans here. And the count is 1-2. Not a lot of away fans at most places. But some home fans, it seems like, just about everywhere. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. On the batter, Emma Henry. The next from Stolte. On its way. Swung on, popped foul again. Will stay in play. The catcher, McMullen, will run it down. IESA put out some new guidelines in the last week that all fans are to be wearing masks, and they all are here today. 1-2 the count. Stolte a deep breath and brings the pitch home. It's slipped out of her hand. The runners will move up on the wild pitch.
It was a walk anyway, so they move up on the ball 4.
I only had that as ball 3, John, but maybe I wasn't paying enough attention.
She ran down there as soon as the ball was thrown, so.
All right, McKinley Walston will dig in, and she takes the first pitch for a ball.
The umpire didn't fight her over it, so I'm going to assume it was ball 4, but.
I am really Really confused by that because Henry swung and missed at the first pitch, fouled a couple more off, and I really didn't think there'd been that many pitches to be ball four, but maybe I missed something. The next, high, 2-0.
Or maybe Henry knows, like Yadi Molina knows, if you just keep going, most of the time nobody says anything. They call it out, or they call it a ball, or they call it a walk, or whatever, right?
Moot point now. But the next, inside to Walston. She hit a triple in her first at bat, 2 RBIs. Also came around to score. Now she's ahead in the count 3-0 with the bases loaded and nobody out. The pitch, high ball 4. 7th walk of the day, and that'll walk in a run. So Peebles will trot in for the 7th run for the Lady Braves, and that will draw the Western coaching staff out of the dugout. Coach White going to go out and speak with her pitcher. And it looks like they're going to make a pitching change, possibly. And let's see who our new pitcher is going to be, John. Is that the
second baseman, it looked like?
Second baseman, that's Lauren White. So Lauren White going to come in. Looks like Stolte is going to move to third base. And we'll set the defense for you when we come back. It's a 7-3 advantage for the Pikeland Lady Braves over the Western Lady Wildcats on Central Illinois Sports.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
Together, we build. It's more than just a tagline at John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. It's our way of life. Our team is committed to building high-quality, custom-built commercial and residential facilities to fit the needs of your family or business. From design, new construction, renovation, and repairs, we have the expertise to turn your project into reality. Call us for a free quote at 217-248-6196. That's 248-6196. Or check us out on Facebook. John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. Together, we build.
Welcome back on Central Illinois Sports. A 7-3 advantage for the Pikeland Lady Braves. And the new pitcher, Lauren White, has finished up her warm-up tosses. And the first batter she'll face here is Kinley Gerard. Walked and scored in the first. Bats here in the second. And a 7-3 game with the bases juiced and nobody out. First pitch is fouled off for strike 1. So 7 walks handed out on the day and 2 hit batters by this Western squad. That's proved to be costly so far. 7-3 as it is. The next to Gerard. Ooh, taken just inside for a ball, and it's 1-1.
Seemed to be close, didn't it?
Yeah. More strikes you call, the more they are likely to swing. The next. That one's inside. It's 2-1. With Aaron Rivera waiting on deck. Kinley Gerard, the right fielder, holds the bat down on the knob from the right side. Sees this pitch from White. Swung on. It's a fly ball out to shallow left field. It's going to drop for a base hit. 1 run in. They're going to try to send Henry. The throw goes into second base, and that'll be a 2 RBI single off the bat of Kinley Gerard.
Carla, those seem to be the hits that fall in a lot in softball. It's kind of in between hits and just not anybody who can get there.
Makes it a 9-3 score on the Trash Queen scoreboard and brings to the plate Aaron Rivera, who's 1 for 1 at the single. Still nobody out. Runners at first and second. And the first pitch is a hot shot in between the legs of the second baseman and into the outfield. Here comes Walston around to score. Rivera on her way to second. The throw there is not in time, and another run going to score as all the way from first comes Kinley Gerard. So that's an E4, but it was hit hard by Rivera. And man, she's seen 2 pitches, John, and she's hit the ball right on the nose both times. Makes it an 11-3 score.
Trying to figure out what we were talking about there, Charlie. Umpires were having a socially distanced conference there.
I'm not sure, but that brings to the plate the top of the lineup in Kelsey Friesmeyer. Hit by a pitch in the first, reached on an error also in the first. Bats here for the third time in the second inning, and the first pitch is inside and low for ball one. 11-3 the advantage for the Pikeland Lady Braves on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Rivera's at second. The next to Friesmeyer is a slow chopper towards second base. Second baseman Wood makes the play as the play goes 4-3 for the first out of the inning, and Rivera does not advance on the play to third. Usually a ground ball to the right side. You'll see that runner move up, but she did not this time, and so she's at second base, and Presley Brown steps in. She popped out to the catcher and walked, her third at bat of the day. Runner at second and one out now, and the first pitch from White is inside and low, ball one. Presley Brown from the right side. This one is a ball right back to the pitcher, knocked down by White. Gloves, throws on a hard ball to the first baseman. She fired that one over as the play goes 1-3. The runner, Rivera, does move up. Brown hit it on the screws that time, but just right to the pitcher. And to the plate now, Grace Henry, the catcher. Henry walked and scored in the first, grounded out to the shortstop also in the first, and now trying to plate that run from third with 2 outs here in the second. The pitch, low, ball one. Another good block by McMullen, the catcher.
McMullen's done a really nice job of keeping the ball in front of her.
Yes, she has. White's come in. She's throwing strikes out there. The next. Swung on. It's a little floater to the first baseman, Stolte. She'll make the catch for the third out of the inning. So the Lady Braves, they plate 5 runs on just 1 hit. There was 1 error and 1 runner left on base. We're headed to the bottom of the second inning, where the Pikeland Lady Braves lead the Western Lady Wildcats 11-3.
For all of your commercial and residential trash pickup needs, call Trash Queen, serving Pike, Scott, and Morgan counties with affordable residential trash service and roll-off dumpsters. We're proud to be locally owned and operated and want to earn your business. Give us a call to find out just how affordable our rates really are. Call Trash Queen at 217-320-4320. That's 217-320-4320. Or check us out on Facebook. Trash Queen, our business is picking up.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
We're headed to the bottom of the second inning, and for the Western Lady Wildcats, Josie Moyer, Laney Wood, and Allison Woods, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, will be the batters in this second inning of play. Josie Moyer digs in to lead things off. She's the right fielder, and the first pitch from Henry is swung on a miss for strike 1. Henry struck out the side of the first, but gave up 3 runs as she walked 1, gave up 1 hit, and there were 2 errors. Called 3 errors even in the first. 11-3 the score. The next is inside and low, 1-1. Peoples, the third baseman, is about a third of the way down the line to guard against the bunt. The pitch right there for strike 2, and it's 1-2. Josie Moyer, the batter. Just from the right side, I think all the Western batters so far have been right-handers. If memory serves, the next. Swung on a miss. And it's the 4th strikeout of the day for Emma Henry. 1 out, nobody on. Laney Wood will come to the plate. Damon Emmerich at Great Rivers Bank is here to help you with your auto, residential, and commercial loan needs. Call Damon Emmerich at 285-4404. Here's a left-handed batter, Laney Wood. She started the day playing first, now is playing second base. And the first pitch is ball 1.
Cardinals losing game 1 of the doubleheader 4-3. They tried to come back, Charlie.
Henry, the pitcher, ready to go. It's in the dirt. Good scoop by Grace Henry. To the batter, Laney Wood. One out, nobody on. The next from Henry. Swung on a miss. Count is 2-1. Wood is the number 9 hitter. Top of the lineup, Allison Woods with an S is on deck. That pitch is in the dirt. It's 3-1.
Got Wood and Woods back to back, huh?
That's right.
Well, there you go.
The pitch from Henry. Swung on a miss as she painted the outside corner, and it's full now. Henry has walked 1 on the day. That was Bree Wombles back in the first. She's got a full count on Laney Wood with 1 out and the pitch. Swung on a miss. Another strikeout, the 5th of the afternoon. So all of the outs have been recorded via the K. And coming to the plate, Allison Woods. She reached on an error on the first baseman. It was a bunt. The third baseman, Peebles, made a nice play, but tough sun here. Right in your eyes as the first baseman, and Brown was unable to pull it in. Squares to bunt, offers, misses, strike 1.
Peebles is halfway or even a little closer than that. Right now.
Sarah Merriman from the third base coaching box gives some advice to the batter, Woods. She's back in and sees this one from Henry. Swung on a miss at the eyes, and it's 0-2. So Henry trying to have a quick inning here. She retired the first 2 via the strikeout, trying to make it 4 in a row via the K. This one low, 1-2.
Charlie, what are the pitching rules for junior high softball? I know there aren't pitch counts, but is it just 1 game in a day, or?
Yeah, I don't know. If it's throw till your arm falls off, I'm not really sure. 2-2 now. That pitch is low and in.
Well, I mean, I know that's USSSA rules for softball, but
yeah, I don't know. Can't imagine there's that many game restrictions, but who knows? The pitch. Strike 3 called. And it's the 6th strikeout of the day. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. Headed to the 3rd inning, it's Pikeland 11, Western 3.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
Wish you had extra cash for a vacation, a boat, a new car, projects around the house? Free up more cash for the things you want by taking advantage of low interest rates. Refinance your home with Great Rivers Bank and keep more of your money by lowering your monthly payment. Start the process online at greatriversbank.bank and work with one of our experienced loan officers to get the lowest rate possible. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Top of the 3rd inning, 11-3 the lead for the Pikeland Lady Braves. On top of the Western Lady Wildcats on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Trash Queen for residential and commercial trash pickup needs. It's Trash Queen. Chris Nichols and his staff doing a great job for you. 217-320-4320. That's 320-4320 for Trash Queen. You can also check them out on Facebook. 11-3 the lead for the Lady Braves, and in the inning they will have facing the pitcher Laney White. Right after the umpire gets a quick swig of some water on this hot afternoon, it'll be Peebles, Stanball, and Emma Henry.
Needed to get his mask, Charlie. He'd set it back on the wall, and
why? Oh, you're talking the protective mask, not not the ones the other ones we're wearing right now. Where was that first pitch, John?
It was outside.
Was it a ball?
It was a ball.
All right, 1-0 to Peebles. Peebles is 0 for 1 of the day. Grounded out, popped out to the shortstop. Also was walked. Takes this one low and in. And it's 2-0. She also has a run scored on the day. Does Taylor Peebles. Plays at the hot corner.
On this field, I think the hot corner might be first base.
Yeah, the way that sun comes right into your eyes, it's a tough one on the fielders. This one has a little bit of an off-speed, look like a knuckleball almost, and not much spin to it. It's 2-1.
I mean, on the Pikeland baseball field, it's definitely the third baseman and the left fielder that get killed by the sun late in the day, but
this one's basically every fielder.
yeah.
That pitch is outside. McMullen tried to pull it back into the zone. It's 3-1 on Peebles.
Jack was talking about the other day, there was a field that he was at not very long ago, and the catcher and the batter were staring into the sun late in the day.
The next, high, ball 4.
Remember where that was.
The 8th walk given out by Western pitchers, and Tori Stanball will come to the plate. She's walked and scored and was hit by a pitch and scored. So 0 for 0 with 2 runs scored on the day. And is aboard with a runner at first and nobody out at the top of the 3rd inning. Stanball in, looking for something to drive here. They are deep in the outfield. A lot of room to drop one in front of them out there. Yeah, the first pitch is ball 1. I mean, the left fielder Woods is
like almost leaning on the fence.
She's deep. The ball gets to you in a hurry. The grass is a little shorter out there, so it really does roll quickly. But you can see a lot of little blue pits fall in, and as deep as she's playing out there, this pitch is fouled back to the screen 1-1.
Yeah, we saw that in warm-up. A line drive. This field is fast, not just on the infield, but the outfield too, as there's just not a lot of grass right now, as it hasn't rained in a little while.
1-1 count from White. Swung on, popped foul. Out of play, straight back.
And then it comes back.
Told you.
And sits right at the backstop.
No matter where it's at, it's always on a hill. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lauren White, the pitcher, trying to get her first strikeout of the day. Brings this one home. Right there, strike 3 called. On the strikeout looking, Stanball goes down and brings to the plate Emma Henry. Henry singled and scored along with 2 RBIs back in the first. In the second, she walked and scored. She bats with a runner at first and Peebles and 1 out here in the 3rd inning.
Tori Stanbach kind of stood there after she got the strikeout, was like trying to decide whether she really thought that was a strike or not.
It was a good pitch.
Yeah,
this one is
nice
high.
pitch.
It's ball 1. Lauren White has definitely come in throwing strikes here.
Jack and I have talked about the secret to winning junior high baseball and softball games. Strike throwing.
Here's a ball popped up right behind the pitcher. It bounces into the second baseman's glove and out of her glove, and everybody's safe. It's just kind of a well-placed single off the bat of Emma Henry.
Was that Peebles going from first to second, Charlie?
It was.
She tried to avoid the fielder there, and in the process ended up kind of stumbling over the bag. Had to catch it on the way down, make sure she was safe.
Puts runners at first and second on McKinley Walston, who's 1 for 1 at the triple, a walk and 2 runs scored. This pitch is low, ball 1. She also has 2 RBIs, does McKinley Walston, having a productive day from the number 7 spot. White, the pitcher, brings the next. Right there for a strike, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike on McKinley Walston. She'll see the next from Lauren White. Way high, gets over the head of the catcher, and the runners will advance.
On the wild pitch there. High and outside, it was well over the umpire even, who was a very tall gentleman.
So the runners move up on the wild pitch. They're at second and third now with 1 out. A couple of RBI opportunities for Walston. Now she fouls this one off into the screen.
Sits on top of the wall.
And it's 2-2. A unique field here at Berry. Kind of sits down in a hole with the retaining wall and the buildup of terrace seating behind it. A lot of concrete. The next. Ooh, just inside, and it's full.
Catcher held it, trying to sell it to the umpire, but he said, nope, I saw it as a ball.
That one was a good pitch, just off the plate, just a hair in the next. That's ball 4. And Walston will be aboard for the 3rd time today.
That breeze could continue, Charlie.
Hey, wouldn't mind at all. Now McKinley Walston has walked. Now Kinley Gerard comes to the plate. She's 1 for 1. Walked and scored in the first, had a 2 RBI single in the second, and bats here with the bases loaded, and that one nearly hit her. Ball 1.
I think if she'd have reached down and grabbed her leg, the umpire would have sent her to first base.
Kinley Gerard wants to hit, though, she says. The next. Inside and low again, it's 2-0. Breeze is blowing out toward right center. Pitch to Gerard. Inside again, and it's 3-0 now. And White, after doing a good job of throwing strikes, walked the last batter. Now she's fallen behind 3-0.
With the bases loaded.
Yep, nowhere to put her here. 1 out. And the pitch. Ball 4. That'll walk in a run. So that makes it a 12-3 score on the Trash Queen scoreboard. The 10th walk handed out on the day by the Lady Wildcats.
Catcher heads out to try to calm her pitcher down a little bit there.
And while they chat in the circle, we tell you about Real Net and Twine, located just north of Pittsfield, across from the airport. Real Net and Twine is your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, and so much more. Stop by and see them or call 285-5013 for Real Net and Twine. Also, we remind you about your local Save-A-Lot store in Pittsfield. They're here to serve you with all of your high-quality grocery items for the entire family. Join them for the Back the Blue event on Saturday, September 5th to show your support for local law enforcement. Be a great day at Save-A-Lot in Pittsfield. Here is Aaron Rivera. Has hit the first pitch she's seen both times. Reached on a single and has also reached via an error. Bases loaded and hits a ball right back to the pitcher. Pitcher looked to first, now throws home. The ball gets away and everybody's safe.
Infield was playing in as when the catcher broke that huddle, she had everybody playing in, knowing they needed to come home to prevent the run. And
it's a fielder's choice RBI for Rivera and makes it 13-3. White first looked at first, and then when she realized nobody was there, tried to rush the throw to home. It was low, and everybody was safe, and Kelsey Friesmeyer comes to the plate for her 4th at bat of the day. The first from White. Inside ball 1. Friesmeyer was hit by a pitch in the first, scored, reached on an error also in the first, grounded out to the second baseman in the second, bats here for the 4th time in the top of the 3rd. Swings and misses at that one, and it's 1-1. 1-1 the count. The next from Lauren White. Slips out of the hand, and it's 2-1 as it was high and out. With Presley Brown waiting on deck. Friesmeyer looking to knock some runs across here. White trying to pitch out of a jam. This is a good pitch on the inside corner, and the count's 2-2. Good pitcher's pitch that time by Lauren White. Strikeout would be big here for her. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Ooh, just high.
catcher tried to bring it back.
And McMullen really is, she's impressive back there. Receives the ball well, really blocks it. On the low pitches, the full count delivery, that's strike 3 called. So that pitch looked like it was maybe a little farther up than the one before that was called the ball, but it's this time a strike, and the second strikeout looking in the inning, and brings to the plate Presley Brown with the bases loaded, and now 2 outs. Brown is 0 for 2 on the day with the walk. Looking for a base knock here that would score at least a couple. And the first pitch is swung on a miss. She was out in front, 0-1.
She tried to hold up, but she was well through the swing.
The next to Brown from White. Right up the middle, base hit. It's a single. That'll score 1. Here comes the other. It gets by the center fielder. Rivera will take the turn. She'll head to third. So it's a 2 RBI single, and then the runners move up via the error on the center fielder.
I just didn't stay down on it that time. Tipped off her foot and bounced away.
So Presley Brown with a 2 RBI hit there. Moves to second on the error, makes it 15-3. and brings Henry to the plate. Grace Henry, the catcher. The first is a ball, gets by the catcher, takes a hard bounce back her direction, so the runners stay put. Henry on the day looking for her first hit. Walked and scored, has grounded out to the shortstop, and has lined out on a soft liner to the first base. Second and third, 2 outs. The next. Outside, and it's 2-0. Pitch is not missing by much. Lauren White sporting the shades, trying to keep the sun out of her eyes, brings the next pitch home. Swung on, it's a ball up the middle, base hit into center field. Here comes Rivera. They'll bring Brown in as well, and it's a 2 RBI single off the bat of Grace Henry. So Henry with a pair of RBIs makes it 17-3 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. And now coming to the plate is Taylor Peebles, who started the inning, so the Lady Braves have again batted through the order here. As Peebles is in, and she takes the first pitch for ball 1, and stealing second is Grace Henry.
That ball just got away from the catcher, and that was enough for Grace to take second.
Peebles led off the inning with a walk. She's walked twice, scored both times. She's also popped out to short. Now she hits a chopper toward the shortstop. Tough play, throw high and over the head of the first baseman. Around third and into score comes Henry. We're going to call that an infield single. I think Peebles was going to beat that one out.
It was a tough play. It would have had to have been a quick play, and that's what the shortstop was trying to do.
Makes it 18-3. And brings to the plate Tori Stambaugh. She struck out looking earlier this inning. Now she bats with the runner at first and 2 outs. First from White, high, ball 1. The next from White to Stambaugh. Swung on, popped up. Shortstop settles under, says I got it, and she's true to her word for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Lady Braves put some more on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 runs, in fact. 7 runs in the inning, and that makes the score 18-3 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. We're back at the bottom of the 3rd after this.
You can plan for most things in your life, but being sick isn't one of them. That's why Illini Express has expanded hours so your family can get the care you require. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, Illini Express can see patients 18 months and older, no appointment necessary. When you can't wait to feel better, Illini Express is here for you. Located on the square in Pittsfield. Learn more at IlliniHospital.org.
Cascom offers fiber optic services to your business needs with a local 24/7 support. Whether you are a small or large-sized business, Cascom has the correct level of broadband and services you need to help grow and be successful. There will be no time for downtime when you are trying to be reliable for your business. Upgrade business needs today and call Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
John, this game's already in the bottom of the 3rd, and it's an 18-3 advantage for the PCS Braves over the Western Lady Wildcats. Western will have their 2, 3, and 4 hitters, White, Wombles, and McMullen at the plate to face Emma Henry here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And if the Lady Wildcats aren't able to plate a run here, this game will be over via the 15-run rule. So we're hoping they can do that and extend this game some more.
There's a lot of W's on this Western team, Charlie.
Woods, White, Wombles.
That's a lot right there.
5.
And they're all in order.
That's right. Lauren White digs in, and she hits the first pitch. It's a pop-up and falls in for a single. Gets by the center fielder now. Takes a turn and heads to second base as she takes advantage of the error. So White's first hit of the day goes to second on the error on the center fielder and brings to the plate Bree Wombles. Bree Wombles on the day is going to bat for the 2nd time. She walked and scored in the 1st. She bats with the runner in scoring position and nobody out here in the top of the 3rd inning. The first pitch from Emma Henry. She squares to bunt, bunts it foul down the 3rd baseline. I don't know what this fly likes about me, John, but he could go away at any time. He's a persistent little bugger. That draws Peebles in, man. She's got to be careful here because Wombles can really turn on a pitch. She squares the bunt again, offers at it. It's a strike called, and it's 0-2.
I'm just going to guess that Wombles probably hasn't bunted a lot in her career.
Trying to get her to execute something here, though, to get that runner to third. Now she'll have to swing away as the count's 0-2 in the pitch. Swung on a chopper right back to the pitcher, Henry. She just turns and throws to first. The play goes 1-3. The runner moves up to third, so.
She says, Coach, I could have done that for you right away.
That'll put a runner 60 foot away and bring it to the plate, Rachel McMullen. She reached on an error in the first and also scored. Bats here in the top. Check that bottom of the third with one out. Trying to plate another run here is McMullen.
McMullen has been the very impressive catcher for the Western Wildcats today. She's really done a great job keeping the ball in front of her and framing pitches. Take strike one, right down the middle.
Rachel McMullen from the right side with Brooklyn Stolte on deck.
Fly really does like you.
It does. It's because I'm so sweet.
Or stinky, one or the other.
The next pitch, well, it has to be the first to McMullen. Swung on. It's a pop-up toward the third baseman. Peebles settles under it, makes the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 outs now, runner at third, and Brooklyn Stolte comes to the plate. She started today as the pitcher, has since moved to first base. She struck out in her only at bat, and she's trying to keep the game alive with a base hit here. So Stolte is in from the right side. Emma Henry is ready, and the pitch is a high fly ball out to deep left field. This one gets over her head and all the way to the fence. Here comes the run. Stolte on her way into second. She takes the turn on her way to third. They missed the cutoff man. She's going to try to score. The throw in is relayed to the catcher, and Stolte is out of there as she gets the triple, but then is thrown out at the plate for the third out of the inning, but gets the RBI and extends the game. 18-4 the score. We're headed to the top of the fourth on Central Illinois Sports.
Geared Up is your local source for custom apparel and awards. Geared Up offers a wide variety of apparel options, including embroidery, t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos. We do it all. Ask us how we can help you raise funds for your local school or organization. Find us online at www.wegearyouup.com or call 217-473-6290. That's 473-6290 for Geared Up custom apparel and awards.
Since 1962, Logan Ag has provided customers with quality products, competitive prices, and...
But what about the new locations, Grampy?
What new location?
Well, boys, Logan Ag now has locations in Winchester, Illinois, and in LaBelle, Missouri.
So now there are 4?
I'll be 4 this year.
Logan Ag, serving customers in Griggsville and Winchester, Illinois, Paris, and LaBelle, Missouri.
Our vision for agriculture is 2020.
Well, we head to the top of the fourth inning on Central Illinois Sports, and for the Pikeland Lady Braves, leading 18-4, they'll send to the plate their 6, 7, and 8 hitters, and Emma Henry, McKinley Walston, and Kinley Gerard to face Lauren White, the pitcher for the Lady Wildcats. Mortgage rates, they've fallen. It's a great time to check your rate for a refinance. You may be able to drop the rates, drop some years off your term, or take cash out for equity. Contact Damon Emmerich, loan officer at Great Rivers Bank, to learn more, 285-4404, or visit greatriversbank.bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Well, let's see.
The catcher had to let the center fielder know she needed to throw the ball in. She still had one. They were playing catch out there.
Here's Emma Henry. She's been on base all 3 times today. 2 for 2 at the pair singles, 3 runs scored, also was walked, and has 2 RBIs. Having a good afternoon. At the dish is Henry. First pitch is a ball.
Nice afternoon pitching also for Emma Henry as she started off a little rough, but figured it out, and after that it's been pretty smooth for her.
Next is high as well, and it's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes on Henry. The next one on the way from White, low, and it's 3-0. 10 walks have already been given out between the starter Stolte and the reliever White. And she's behind Henry 3-0. And the pitch. Swung on a miss. 3-1.
You called it earlier, Charlie. She's swinging away on 3-0.
To the Fernando Tatis Jr. School of 3-0 counts. The next. Swung on. High fly ball out to shallow left. It's going to drop for a hit. Left fielder was deep. Now the ball bounces by her. Henry takes the turn, heads to second, and that's a leadoff single. So she singles, then moves to second on the error on the left fielder.
That ground is hard as it hit and bounced all the way over her head.
That'll bring McKinley Walston to the plate. The bottom of this lineup for the Lady Braves has been productive. Walston, the 7-hitter, is 1 for 1 at the triple. She's drawn 2 walks, scored 3 runs, has 2 RBIs. Runner at second base and nobody out. And the first pitch is inside for ball 1. Want to know the count. The next from the pitcher White. Swung on, fouled straight back as Walston was right on it. And it's 1-1. We'll have softball action for you tomorrow from Meridosha, as this Lady Brave squad will be in action once again. The next from White. Swung on a miss at a pitch at the eyes to Walston, and the count now 1-2.
Where do they play at in Meridosha, Charlie?
The baseball field, or softball field.
I didn't know if it was, is it right by the baseball field?
Yeah, it's right by the school.
Well, there you go.
Close to the river. The next, low. And it's 2-2.
Is it closer to the river than the end of the bridge?
No.
No, okay. The end of the bridge goes really far into town now in Meridosha.
2-2 pitch, swung on a miss as White gets the strikeout. Her third of the day. And brings to the plate Kinley Gerard. Gerard has walked twice. He's also singled, 2 RBIs, and has 3 runs scored. Runner at second. 1 out. And the pitch from White. High, ball 1. Henry will stay put at second.
Ball bounced hard off the wall. Catcher got it back quickly.
Pitcher goes to the rosin bag. Trying to get a little better grip. The next. High again, and it's 2-0 on Gerard.
On a day when it's hot like this and your hands are sweaty, that could be important. Did you get him? No. You know, he flew toward me then.
Maybe he'll like you instead. The next. Strike at the knees. 2-1. It's Gerard, and then Rivera is on deck. The next pitch. That strike on the inside corner. Good spot. It's 2-2. So trying to go with back-to-back strikeouts is White. She's pulled the count even to 2-2 and brings this pitch to the plate. Low and away. Gets past the catcher. Staying put at second is Henry. As it appears to be the Lady Braves are going to go base to base at this point with this 18-4 lead on the Trash Queen scoreboard. And the count is full on Kinley Gerard trying to reach base for the 4th time on the afternoon. The pitch from White. Low ball 4. Low ball 4.
Yep. Yeah. The umpire and you agree. The batter was not sure.
So she walks for the 3rd time today, does Gerard. Runners at first and second, and Aaron Rivera to the plate. She swung at the first pitch all 3 times. I want to be ready.
She's hit it all 3 times, too.
She has. The first pitch. Swung on. A ground ball to the first baseman. Stays down. The only play is 2 first. And the play goes 3 unassisted. That'll put runners at second and third for Kelsey Friesmeyer.
Let's see if she's a contact hitter, Charlie.
Yeah. She's seen 4 pitches on the day. She's 1 for 4. But she has been on base 3 times.
Put the ball in play every time, and it's also another secret to winning games in junior high baseball and softball. If you got guys that can put the ball in play, make people make plays, a lot of the times they won't.
1-0 the count on Friesmeyer. The next swung on a high pop-up. Shortstop settles under it, makes the catch for the third out of the inning. So the Lady Braves score no runs on one hit. There was one error and 2 runners left on base. Headed to the bottom of the fourth, it's Pikeland 18, Western 4.
Pike County Real Estate specializes in residential homes, commercial properties, tillable, and hunting land in west central Illinois and northeastern Missouri. We treat our clients with the utmost respect and do our very best to connect buyers and sellers together to best suit the needs of our customers. See our current properties at www.pikecorealestate.com or call us at 217-285-5800 for Pike County Real Estate. Welcome to the city of Pittsfield, a great place to call home or a great place to visit as a home away from home. Visit the beautiful downtown area with the Pike County Courthouse and many businesses and restaurants to enjoy. Then check out the Pittsfield City Lake, a great place for boating, fishing, and camping. And new to the lake this year, a disc golf course. Learn more about all that the city of Pittsfield has to offer by visiting their website, pittsfieldil.org. The city of Pittsfield and Mayor John Hayden wish the Sockies good luck this season.
Well, we are in the bottom of the fourth inning. It is an 18-4 advantage for the Pikeland Lady Braves over the Western Lady Wildcats. Lady Wildcats will have Emma Dixon, Daly Coltis, and Josie Moyer here in the bottom of the fourth. If anybody can get on, Lainey Wood would also bat. Illini Express is here to help you, serve you with walk-in medical care when you need it. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every Monday through Saturday. Illini Express sees patients ages 18 months and older with no appointments necessary. They're on the south side of the square in Pittsfield. Learn more about the services offered at Illini Express at IlliniHospital.org.
Remember that fly that you said maybe it'd like me if it came over to me? It really does.
Told him I really talked you up. So, hey,
I'm going to try to give him back to you.
That's the place to be right over there, Mr. Fly. Here's Emma Dixon. She's 1 for 1 on the day at the single and 2 RBIs. Leads things off in the bottom of the fourth. Her team trailing 18-4, but a lot of fight still left in this Wildcat squad. And the first pitch is called a ball as it was over but low. Henry looking for the sign now.
She was trying to let her sister know that her strap was undone there on her shin guard.
The next. Inside and low.
Grace was not getting the hand signals at all.
We've talked about twins a lot having that mental telepathy.
At that time, it wasn't working at all.
There's a ball foul on the third baseline. Kick saved by the coach, Sarah Merriman. 2-1. 2-1. The count is 2 balls and a strike. I knew what I meant. You knew what I meant.
The pen that you hold in your hand?
That pitch is called the strike just below the knees, and it's 2-2.
It's almost that difficult.
2 balls, 2 strikes on the batter, Emma Dixon. Trying to start a rally here for the Lady Wildcats, and the pitch. Swung on a miss for the strikeout. 7th strikeout of the day by Henry, and brings to the plate Daly Coltis, the center fielder. Coltis is 0 for 1 at the strikeout on the day. Nobody on, 1 out, and the pitch. Inside ball 1. Henry does a good job behind the dish, too. I don't remember very many balls that were low getting by her at all. Now this one's on the, one's too far inside, the umpire says, and it's 2-0.
Like a pretty good pitch, didn't it?
2 balls, no strikes on the batter, Coltis. This one's a strike call, and it's 2-1. Coltis, then Josie Moyer for this Western squad at the bottom of the fourth inning. 18-4 the score on the Trash Queen scoreboard. The pitch low. It's 3-1.
Talked about her not letting a ball get by her, and then one gets by.
And the ball got by.
Nobody on base, though, so it didn't really matter.
3-1 the count. To the batter, Daly Coltis, the pitch. Strike called, and it's full now, 3-2. The count is full. The batter is Coltis. The pitcher is Emma Henry, and the 3-2 pitch is on its way. Strike 3 called. The umpire punched her out there. The 8th strikeout of the day, and brings to the plate Josie Moyer.
On the outside corner that time.
Moyer is 0 for 1 with the strikeout on the day. Henry trying to strike out the side for the 3rd time on the afternoon, and the first pitch is a strike on the inside corner. 0-1.
Good start on your way to that. Her and Coach Merriman have a little chat down the third base line now.
Talking about keeping her weight back, I believe, here. For Josie Moyer, playing right field today on the defensive side. The next. Same spot on the inside corner, and it's 0-2.
Like this time they may be talking about, are you scared?
No balls, 2 strikes to count on Moyer. She kind of hopped out of the way of that one. Came back to the strike zone. 0-2. Swung on a miss, and Henry strikes out the side. No runs, no hits, no errors as 3 Ks go in the books here. We head to the top of the 5th. It's Pikeland 18, Western 4.
A good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
Together, we build. It's more than just a tagline at John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. It's our way of life. Our team is committed to building high-quality, custom-built commercial and residential facilities that fit the needs of your family or business. From design, new construction, renovation, and repairs, we have the expertise to turn your project into reality. Call us for a free quote at 217-248-6196. That's 248-6196. Or check us out on Facebook. John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. Together, we build. For all of your commercial and residential trash pickup needs, call Trash Queen, serving Pike, Scott, and Morgan counties with affordable residential trash service and roll-off dumpsters. We're proud to be locally owned and operated and want to earn your business. Give us a call to find out just how affordable our rates really are. Call Trash Queen at 217-320-4320. That's 217-320-4320. Or check us out on Facebook. Trash Queen, our business is picking up.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
Top of the 5th inning. It is a 18-4 advantage for the Pikeland Lady Braves. On top of the Western Lady Wildcats and the Trash Queen scoreboard as you watch junior high softball action, on Central Illinois Sports. And here in the top of the 5th, it'll be Presley Brown, Grace Henry, and Taylor Peebles for the Lady Braves. They were unable to plate any runs in the 4th. Matt here in the 5th, up by 14. Presley Brown is 1 for 3 on the day. Also is walked and takes the first pitch for ball 1. Popped out to the catcher on a bunt attempt in the first, walked in the first, and the second grounded out to the pitcher, singled for 2 RBIs in the 3rd. That's here in the 5th, and that pitch was a ball as well.
And low. First and third baseman play in, a couple of steps off the base.
Next to Brown. Hitter in the middle of the back. Ouch.
She says, ow. You could have just thrown it as a ball. You didn't have to hit me. I'd have taken the walk.
Hit by pitch, and
it went thump that time, didn't it?
Yep, it hit her square. She has good sympathy at first base. Corey Wombles, the first base coach, said, don't rub it. She appears to be good to go, and that'll bring to the plate Grace Henry. Henry has a single hit on the day with 2 RBIs. Also has walked and scored. She's grounded out to short. She's popped out to first, and she bats for the 5th time on the afternoon in the 5th. The first pitch is high, ball 1, and Brown hustles to second on the wild pitch.
Kind of gave an indication like she might be bunting there, Charlie.
Really?
I don't know.
I'd be surprised.
I would be too.
The next, she is squaring to bunt and bunts it foul. It's 1-1.
We were surprised. Call us surprised, right?
As long as you don't call me late for dinner, John, I don't care what you call me. 1-1 the count. The next pitch from White. High for a ball.
We're in Barrie, Charlie. We could go to either of the cafes they have here before we go home today for supper.
Could. That we could. The next pitch on its way to Henry. Swung on. It's a line to right on the left field line. Foul. The ball was foul by just a bit. She really turned on that pitch. 2-2.
Yes, she did.
Just kind of dropped the bad head and hit a line drive. Had it been fair, probably would have been a triple.
It may have ended up a double as the fence is open down there at the end, and if it goes through the fence, she'd have had to stop it too.
Sure that's the ground rules?
I'm not sure, but I would assume so.
2-2 pitch popped up, foul territory down the first base side. The first baseman Stolte settles under it and makes the catch. 1 away, and Taylor Peebles comes to the plate. Peebles on the day has a single hit. She's 1 for 2. The single and a pop out to the shortstop. She's also walked twice and scored both of those times. Runner at second base. 1 out as Peebles digs in from the right side to face Lauren White. The pitch. Swung on a little chopper back up the middle. Shortstop gloves, throws in time for the second out of the inning. Play goes 6-3.
Nice play, tough play as it was slowed up by the pitcher that time.
Yep, Dixon with the good glove. Good stretch at first by Stolte. 2 outs, and Tori Stanball comes to the plate. She's still looking for her first hit. Walked and scored, hit by a pitch and scored. Struck out looking, popped out to short. Looking for an RBI hit here, and hits a ground ball to the second baseman. Second baseman stays down, bobbles it, throws. It's not in time. The Stanball's got good wheels, and she's aboard via the air.
Still going to be looking for that hit on the day.
Runner did not score on that as Pikeland coach Danielle Van Winkle held her at third, and that'll bring to the plate Emma Henry. Henry has 3 hits on the day. She's 3 for 3 with 3 singles and 2 RBIs, 3 runs scored. The pitch. High, gets past the catcher, ball 1. Runners will not advance. $11 walks and 3 hit batters by Western pitchers today. That makes it tough to win a game. Puts a lot of extra base runners on base and really helps turn that lineup over. Here's a good hack, fouled out of play. And it's 1-1. A ball and a strike. Lauren White trying to work out of this jam and hold those runners at the corners. The next pitch on the way from White. Low in the dirt. Good block again by McMullen. 2-1. Almost to the top of the 6 o'clock hour. The next swung on, popped up, foul territory. Third baseman gives chase, runs out of room as that ball hit the fence in front of the dugout, and it's 2-2. Central Illinois Sports will have action for you from Meridosha, the banks of the mighty Illinois River. Meridosha.
The incomparable Illinois River.
And the next from White. Swung on, high fly ball out to left field. The left fielder settles under it. She has it hit off her glove, can't make the catch, and everybody will be safe on the E7.
Runner did not advance from third.
So the bases will be juiced for McKinley Walston. Triple, 2 RBIs, pair of walks, 3 runs scored, and a strikeout. She'll bat with the bases loaded and 2 outs. In this top of the 5th, and the first pitch is swung on, popped up, foul territory. Catcher McMullen gives chase. She will make the basket catch for the 3rd out of the inning. Good play by McMullen. The Lady Braves strand the bases loaded. No runs on no hits. There were 2 errors, and the bases were left loaded. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's Pikeland 18, Western 4.
Did you know that Prairie Land FS doesn't just sell seed? They treat it and box it right here at one of their local facilities, then deliver it to your farm or fields. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Wish you had extra cash for a vacation, a boat, a new car, projects around the house? Free up more cash for the things you want by taking advantage of low interest rates. Refinance your home with Great Rivers Bank and keep more of your money by lowering your monthly payment. Start the process online at greatriversbank.bank and work with one of our experienced loan officers to get the lowest rate possible. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Have confidence that what you are putting in your engine is not only going to get you there, but take you further. When you choose FS, you can be confident you are maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, the Western Lady Wildcats will have their 9-1-2 batters in Wood, Woods, and White. Wood, Woods, and White.
The W crew.
If anybody gets on, fumbles the bat. They need to plate some runs here to extend this game, as the 10-run rule would be in effect if they can't score 5 in this inning. Emma Henry has struck out 3 in a row. Lainey Wood will come to the plate. She struck out in her only at bat. And we'll dig in from the left side to lead things off in the bottom of the 5th inning. The first one on the way from Henry to Wood is swung on a miss, strike 1.
Wood behind that. I'd stay fast.
Third baseman is about halfway down the line. The next strike called, and it's 0-2. 8 strikeouts on the day for Emma Henry so far. Looking for number 9. Wood looking for the base knock on the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, foul out of play, nearly hit the on-deck batter, Allison Woods.
A lot of foul territory at this field up by the plate. And then the fence runs into the foul pole at the end. Ball outside on the left-handed batter. So, Henry had to dive out to keep it in front of her. Next pitch from Emma Henry.
Little chopper toward the third baseman. Feeble, she'll throw across. Play goes 5-3 for the first out of the inning. 1 away, and that'll bring Allison Woods to the plate. Woods is 0 for 2, reached on an error, also struck out looking.
What are you humming about?
No, just some interesting late breaking news. This first pitch is a ball outside. 1-0.
Must be a secret.
I can't tell you. If I told you, John, you just wouldn't believe it.
I can't believe it.
The next, swung on a miss by Woods.
Wait. Here, I'll tell you like I tell Jack. Is it on Facebook? Because if it is, it's probably not true.
1-1. Oh, no, nothing ever put on Facebook has not been true.
Okay.
The next, outside corner, and it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter, Allison Woods. The next from Emma Henry. Low and in, 2-2. That game at Meridosha, they co-op with Triopia and Virginia.
Yep.
The next, inside the count's full.
They still probably only have enough kids to be a 2A team.
I'd say even 1A. Probably on the softball side. They just went to 3 classes this year in softball
Oh, I
for
didn't
the
realize
ISA.
that.
Of course, there won't be a state tournament, so that won't matter as much, but just for the regional, this is ball 4. So Henry walks the batter. That is the second walk she's handed out today.
So you have a regional and then it's just over?
That's it.
Well, there you go.
That'll bring to the plate Lauren White. White's 1 for 2 with a single, a run scored, and a strikeout. The first pitch swung on, fouled off. The runner was off on the pitch, and it's strike 1. Woods will have to return to first.
If you win the regional, you just say, hey, we won state.
We would have been the state champions.
We could have been the state champions, but they kept us from it.
Could have been.
The COVID. The COVID kept it.
The next, a little pop-up toward right field. It's going to fall in for a single. Second hit of the day for Lauren White, her second single. That puts runners at first and second with 1 out, and Bree Wombles will head to the plate. Wombles walked and scored in the first, grounded out to the pitcher in the third, bats here in the fifth with 2 on and 1 out.
I'm going to guess Wombles is not going to attempt to bunt this time like she did the last.
I'd say not. Just a guess. The first. Strike just below the knees. The squad from Western has 3 hits on the day. 2 of them have come from Lauren White, who's on board again at first. The next, low, gets past the catcher. That'll allow the runners to move up on the wild pitch.
Gives
1-1.
2 base runners out there in scoring position now.
1 ball, 1 strike on Bree Wombles. The next from Henry. Swung on. It's a little pop-up in front of the plate. It's got some English on it. It will roll foul. 1-2.
That ball was spinning like crazy.
It hit about 3 feet fair and rolled right into foul territory. 1-2 the count on Bree Wombles. The next from Emma Henry. Swung on, fouled out of play. Ooh, look out. Oh, about got the superintendent of schools here.
Yeah, it was very close. She was checking her phone there and almost took her out.
Glad she's okay. It woke her up, it looks like, though. 1-2 the count, the pitch. Inside, 2-2. I don't know what kind of punishment there is for hitting the superintendent with a softball, but we just about found out.
If you do it on purpose, I bet it's a lot, but...
2-2 pitch. Swung on, foul ball.
Almost was able to squeeze it and get the out, but just out of the reach.
2-2 count on Wombles. Looking to drive something here, the pitch. Swung on, a little chopper towards third. Peebles stays down, the runner stays put. High throw, pulls Brown off the bag and allows the run now to score as Brown then dropped the ball. So that'll be an E5. The throw was high. Runner scores.
She nearly came up with it, but just couldn't quite pull it in.
And that'll bring to the plate Rachel McMullen. So now it is an 18-5 ball game with runners at the corners and just 1 out. First pitch on the way to McMullen from Henry. Swing and a miss. Taking second is Wombles on the steal. It's runners at second and third now with 1 away. Couple of opportunities on the RBI chances here for Rachel McMullen. She's 0 for 2, reached on an error and popped out to the third baseman. Now she pops up to second. The second baseman Stanball comes in and gets it for the second out. And that'll bring to the plate Brooklyn Stolte. Stolte on the day. Struck out in the first, tripled in the third on a ball that we thought had a chance to get over the fence. She was throwing it at the plate trying to advance on that play. She bats with runners at second and third and 2 away. And she drove the ball deep out to left. She's in against Henry, and the first pitch is swung on a miss, and she was trying to send it to the moon that time.
Out to the water tower there. I'm not sure if that'd be fair, though.
I think it would be.
Okay.
The 0-1 pitch. Hitter in the foot. Ouch.
On the bounce, yeah. Ow.
So a hit by pitch. That'll put Stolte on base and load the bases for Emma Dixon. Dixon on the day has a single with 2 RBIs and has also struck out. There are 2 away. Runners at first, second, and third, and they'll let Stolte kind of walk it off over there. It gives us an opportunity to remind you about Bowlers Universe. Their daily special today, it's buy one, get one wings and apps at Bowlers Universe. Tomorrow and Friday, the craft beer pizza, 14-inch for $12.50, 18-inch for $16.50. Lots of delicious toppings to choose from there. Leagues start Labor Day. Several openings for teams to join in. Call Bowlers Universe 285-6913.
And Charlie, now that I think about it more, maybe we need to go to Bowlers Universe for wings and apps tonight.
Could be. Here's a first pitch foul ball swinging by Emma Dixon, 0-1.
Very good wings at Bowlers Universe.
They do. They do. Bases juiced for Dixon. The next from Henry. Swung on, chopped foul. And the count's 0-2. Henry looking for her 9th strikeout of the day. She's ahead in the count 0-2. Emma Dixon looking for her 2nd hit. And to keep this game alive. As it's 18-5 in the bottom of the 5th on the Trash Queen scoreboard. 10-run rule in play after 5, so Lady Wildcats will still have to score 4 more, but man, they've got 3 on base right now. Grand slam would cut
keep
it
the game
9.
alive, wouldn't it?
Here's a pitch low and in, it's 1-2.
Not much breeze today, and it'd take a pretty tremendous hit otherwise.
1-2 the count, and the pitch from Henry to Dixon. Ground ball to the second baseman. Stanbaugh stays down, flips to second for the final out of the game. So the final play goes 4-6. The Lady Wildcats load the bases, but unable to scoot enough across in the bottom of the 5th. Final in this one, 18-5. The Pikeland Lady Braves with the victory. Final stats and analysis your way after this.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
Final of the contest, an 18-5 win for the Pikeland Lady Braves over the Lady Wildcats of Western Junior High. The Lady Braves started out the game, scored 6 runs in the top of the first. The Wildcats plated 3 of their own. The difference was the Lady Braves kept on scoring. They took advantage of 11 walks and 3 hit batsmen on the day, en route to scoring 18 runs. Kelsey Friesmeyer was 0 for 4 on the day with a hit by pitch, a run scored, and a strikeout. She also reached via an error. Presley Brown on the day was 1 for 3 with a walk, a hit by pitch, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. Grace Henry on the day had a single hit, 1 for 4, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, also drew a walk on the day. Taylor Peebles had a single hit. She was 1 for 3, also drew 2 walks, scored 2 runs. Tori Stanbaugh put the ball in play well, but when she got the ball in the zone, she did walk and was hit by a pitch in her first at bat, struck out, popped out, and reached on an error, so she was 0 for 3 on the day with 2 runs scored. Emma Henry had a big day at the dish. She was 3 for 4. With 2 RBIs and 3 runs scored, also drew a walk on the day. McKinley Walston, also a good day at the plate. She was 1 for 3 with a triple, 2 RBIs, 3 runs scored, 2 walks. Kinley Gerard on the day reached base every time she came to the plate, drew 3 walks and also had a single, so 1 for 1 with 3 runs scored and 2 RBIs. And then Aaron Rivera, the first pitch swinging number 9 hitter, was 1 for 4 on the day with an RBI and a run scored for the Lady Braves. For the Western Lady Wildcats, Allison Woods was 0 for 2, reached via an error, had 2 runs scored and also drew a walk on the day. Lauren White was 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Bree Wombles was 0 for 2. She did reach on an error, also walked and scored. Rachel McMullen was 0 for 3, reached on an error and scored. Brooklyn Stolte was 1 for 2 on the day with a triple, and was also hit by a pitch. Emma Dixon had a 2 RBI single to her name, was 1 for 3. Daly Coltis was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, as was Josie Moyer, and Lainey Wood was 0 for 2 on the day in the number 9 spot. Final in this contest, an 18-5 win for the Pikeland Lady Braves over the Lady Wildcats of Western Junior High School. We're back in action with you tomorrow on Central Illinois Sports as this Lady Brave squad will travel to Meredosia to take on their softball squad in junior high action. First pitch around 4:30 at the pregame show at 4:15. For John Hull, I'm Charlie Hull, thanking you for joining us for another Central Illinois Sports